A lot of people call me Sasquatch Simon or Simon the Sasquatch Finder. I don't like Sasquatch Hunter because what I do isn't hunt. I find. Hunters kill, maim, capture. I find, study, and gather valuable information on the Squatch. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of show you this. That's the Sasquatch tooth. Well, it's not actually a Sasquatch tooth, it's just the carving I made out of cork. But that's almost exactly what it would look like right there. Come on, you want to see a Sasquatch or not? Squatches are smart creatures. It's probably 5 in Banff National Park alone. Same amount as grizzlies, I bet. Grizzlies are getting popped on the train tracks left, right, and Ciento. Whereas, have you ever seen a Sasquatch get hit by a train? No, never, my friends. You know why? Same reason dolphins won't bite your lure in the ocean when you're fishing. Too smart. A lot of people don't know this about the pine needles, but they release a poison that humans react improperly to. Only thing immune, Sasquatch. This is what I call Kentucky Creek. It's not actually called that. I don't know what it is called. Anyway, it's interesting because the Sasquatch's life force, right? I believe they call it nature's champagne. It's right here. It's a mammal. Yet for some reason it's not protected like a mammal. Murder a human. Illegal. Prison time. Murder a bear. Illegal. Prison time. Murder an elk in the national park. Illegal. Prison time. Murder a Sasquatch. Nobody will believe you. Obviously a pretty important part about tracking an animal. Smell. You're going to want to use all the senses. You're going to want to see that's tracks. You're going to want to feel the track. You got to get down and you got to feel the track. Of course, ask any park warden, they'll tell you there's no such thing as tracks. Well, what's this? Well, it's an elk track, or a deer, or maybe a wolf. Not sure. It's not important what kind of track that is. You saw the general ignorance of the Parks Canada services. They just laugh at me, and they know that those squatches exist. Trust me, they know. Can a 12-foot squatch see you if you're down here? Question mark? Can't see you. That is what you would see. That is what you would see if a real Sasquatch ran through here. Well, the SSO, which is the Sasquatch Saving Operation, which stretches at least 8 kilometers from this very spot, has put Sasquatch speeds upwards of 100 kilometers an hour, which would be faster than the cheetah, the African cheetah. And that's another really good reason. The African cheetah rides on the plains of Africa, a lot more room to be spotted, right? Whereas the Sasquatch can deke and hide, just like what I was doing there. It can move quickly and rapidly throughout the forest. Gotta be fast like that. If you're ever gonna get one of those little hairy buggers. Basically, with the SSO, we raise money and public awareness because there's so much unknown about the Sasquatch out there. So it's important to just let the public know that they're not protected and that they should very well be protected. The government's been trying to conceal the fact that there's a Sasquatch because otherwise the Russian government would probably come here and try to harness the power of the Sasquatch because it's a 12-foot tall man. I mean, you don't even see that in the NBA these days. I mean, look at the NHL. You won't find a 12-foot man. You might find like a 7 or an 8-foot, but 12-foot man, you'd basically be the dominating world power if you found the Sasquatch. So there's no way in hell the government would let that out of the bag so the Russians could get their communist hands on it, right? And you know, the Olympics are going to Russia next year. What would happen? You basically lose. There were some pretty big sightings back in the 70s. You know what the government did? They produced television shows. Elf, artificial life form, right? Wrong. That was the Sasquatch. Just like you and me have midgets, so do Sasquatches. That was found, brought in by the government, public lobbyist groups that had an underground source tapped, wouldn't let them kill it, wouldn't let them put it down, wouldn't let them keep it in a storage facility, wouldn't let them cryogenically freeze it. Then they thought, okay, well, we need a holding deal then. Hollywood came in, said we can help this because they own half of the government. And you had a television show. The Elf was not from Melmac. Elf was from, you guessed it, the Canadian Great White North. You just gotta set traps if you're gonna find a Sasquatch, you know? I like to just set up little twigs that snap. And that's what I call a serious Sasquatch trap. I'm one of the best builders in the area, trust me. One wish? Probably just that I could see what my friend Rob McCoy once saw in Banff National Park during full moon, the dancing Sasquatch. It's only been viewed once right here.